Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And this is a bit of a sad video for me. I'm genuinely upset to make this video. Constantine, John Constantine has always been one of my favorite characters. And it was a favorite characters who was realized on film very well, I think, by was it Matt Bryan? Is about to be changed. It's about to be changed, about to be fed into the never-ending grinder that is 2021, and to be made, how can we put this, more relevant? More relevant. I think more relevant. I think they probably mean more black, more gay, more female, more trans, more this, less white, less male. And I actually am really upset about it. So we're going to be talking about this. We're going to talk about what's going on, what's going down, and we're going to have a look back at who this character is. And I explain why I think he really is a genuinely important character in our culture, right? I think he's a uniquely male character, and a uniquely male character in our culture, which we're about to have removed. And no one's going to be doing better for it, right? But this is not going to make life better for anyone whatsoever, apart from a handful of Twitter psychos who really don't give a damn about the character or the genre, comic book genre at all. They just like have power, right? That's it. They just like having power. When you boil it down, it's really just that. They just like having power and exercising power. Fine. Before we get hit the like button. Even I said don't really like this video, but hit the like button anyway. Hit the share button. Hit the subscribe button. All those things are incredibly helpful for me. Like just incredibly helpful. If you could, what else? Comment. Let me know what you think. Again, the algorithm eats up, but YouTube is a bit of a struggle for me, for my channel to grow. So if you can help me out, again, hit the subscribe button. If you're subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. Crazy though it is, and comment. And also if you want to be super nice, check out my Indiegogo campaign. I've got 2 comic books. That's I think wrapping up the campaign. Next week, early next week, I've got to get these files ready. There's a tweak in them I have to do. I forgot about, but I should have time to get it done today. First, we have biblical, 220 pages long, Bible stories, atheists, creationists, rationalists, and rogues. Freaking awesome book. Much like the Vertigo books, which character John Constantine did come out of. I wrote and drew this one, and also the Imperium, which I wrote, artwork by the wonderful Dominic Rancho, a love letter to Telefantasy of the 1960s. Go check it out. You get a bunch of extras. You got the Noble Savages. You have so much stuff. I can't recommend it higher than I possibly can, because I really want you to buy it. Okay, if you want to just get the extras, you could do that. There's a tier for that. We have local shipping around most of the world now, so most of the major population areas in the world. And as I said, we got like a few more days of this campaign left. And I'm like $6 away from 8,500. Okay, if one person can back it, that'd be double dozy. As I often say, another thing which is double dozy is this thing. This is Swamp Thing 37. So this has a very personal attachment to me. This was where I graduated from reading English comics into American comics. I did it specifically because Alan Moore. I read Alan Moore's stuff in 2000 AD. I liked Halo Jones. I liked this Future Shocks. Basically, I knew I loved his stuff in Warrior, which was V Vendetta, Marvel Man, and so I was discovering all this again. So this is the first issue where I came in on, and it's the issue that introduces John Constantine. So this is June '85. How old was I? I was like 14. 13 or 14. It's a good age. A great art by was it Rick Veitch and was it John Tollerben? I think John Tollerben did the inks. That green swamp thing there looks like a very Rick Veitch sketch. Anyway, so the plot of this issue is Swamp Thing has been destroyed. He's been his body's been just melted away because of toxic waste. Yeah. Back then, in the mid-80s, Alan Moore and a bunch of other people did really good, socially aware, progressive comics while telling incredible stories. Just like, I wish they would do it today. So Swamp Thing works out that he might be able to regrow his body. So it takes weeks and weeks and weeks. He's teeny tiny. And while he's regrowing, John Constantine is introduced, and he's walking around, like getting people together for this big thing that's coming up. Here, what's it? This is the new Swamp Thing body that you take. You can see that tiny little shoot, and so we spend like day 3. It goes like really slowly. Again, Alan Moore just doing a great job, because Alan Moore is generally speaking great. But yeah, we get this wonderful character introduced, John Constantine. Initially modeled on Sting, right? They made him look exactly like Sting. I used to have an incredible sketch. I gotta have it somewhere, with Swamp Thing and John Constantine together. It was drawn by Rick Veitch and then inked by John Tolderman. Didn't pay a penny for it, right? That was back in the day when things were really good. And so yeah, all through this, he's a planner, he's a manipulator, he's a rather evil person. And you know, this look they just nailed down straight away, and it became so incredibly iconic. This is more stuff about Swamp Thing growing, when you know his girlfriend Abby finds her. It's just a good issue of, like, you know, really well written stuff. That's that Gates of Hell there. 1 second. This was done by, I think, was this Rodin, Gates of Hell? I don't know, but look at that, lovely. So yeah, look, John going around eclectically connecting up with a strange group of people, and he's like a spiritual occult troubleshooter, right? And he's kind of what you would imagine like a British assassin to be. Yeah, he's got that. He's got a suit, got the suit and raincoat mob. This basically invented the suit and raincoat mob. Anyway, so this introduced a great story called American Gothic, where Constantine essentially manipulated Swamp Thing for a better part of a year, dragging him around the entire country, dealing with different, you know, occult outbreaks. There was a fantastic werewolf issue, great vampire issue, incredible zombie 2 or 3 parter. Just really great comics. I think it's probably the 2nd trade paperback if you want to check it out. You know, the character was really set. So then by the end of about 2 years later, they wrapped up the story arc, and there was this, like, while there's this massive battle going on in heaven, with heaven and hell fighting this unnamed entity, there was an earthly battle going on where Constantine gets together all the DC occult characters, and they have like this seance, and the people just go up in flames and are destroyed. But you see, like, the characters like dogged determination. Not a nice character, right? He's not a nice character, but he's a very necessary character. Very necessary character. So there you go. That's John Constantine. Again, they spanned him off. He was one of the first of the Vertigo comics. Written by Jamie Delino. That was an okay run. Wasn't the best. Great covers by Dave McKean. And it's called Hellblazer. The Hellblazer ran for about 15, 20 years. And you had the different writers had different takes on it. Brian Azzarello was great. I really liked his run on it. Different people had different takes on it. But again, he's a very established character. So then they wanted to make a movie with him. Here, what's this? Here? Yeah, then they wanted to make a movie with him. Let's go over to this page first. Because you see, was it Keanu Reeves? Keanu Reeves did his best to portray him, but again, this was before the era of the MCU, when they knew that now they did use that if you replicate a comic accurately, you tend to get people liking it and being on board for it. When they did the Hellblazer movie, they changed him from being a Londoner to being a New Yorker. And then in the comic, they changed him from being a Londoner to being a Liverpudlian who lived in London. Right? So that was a major change of the character for me. But I think the best take on it has been this guy, Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan has been playing Constantine in different forms for a few years now. I really wish they would have done a more adult, darker, like, constantly Hellblazer story, right? That would have been great. But yeah, Matt Ryan, he really he gets the quirky flippantness of Constantine and, you know, his magical stuff. They put him in Guardians of Tomorrow. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Legends of Tomorrow. Whatever the time. It's a very silly show. He had him in his own show for about 6 episodes. Then got cancelled, and then there was in a cartoon which was very, very good. They had him voice Constantine, and then he was in Legends of Tomorrow. Bit of a weird fit. So it's a very silly show, and they made the character much more, you know, child friendly. But still, the core of him was great. But those days are over now, right? Those days are over. Matt Ryan done as Constantine due to woke Abrams HBO version. Oh no! Please no more Lovecraft County. I knew that we're just going to be getting crap upon crap upon crap. Like why can't they make a new character, right? I honestly, when Grant Morrison was writing Doom Patrol, he wanted to use Constantine, but he was being used something else. So he just made a new character, right? He just made a new character who was kind of similar in some ways. In what should come as no surprise, this is from Cosmic Book News, by the way, Matt Ryan is going to be done playing Constantine on DC's Legends of Tomorrow, which, of course, is due to the woke J.J. Abrams and HBO version in development. I understand that theory. That's a fair theory to have. But that's just your theory, mate. I mean, like, I hope you got more to nail this theory on. Today it was announced during Comic-Con at Home panel that Matt Ryan will be wrapping up his arc on Constantine in the current 6th season. However, the good news is for fans of Matt Ryan, he's not leaving the show. It is revealed that Ryan will be playing a new character, Dr. Gwyn Davis, an eccentric scientist from the early 20th century who might be the team's only hope next season. So yeah, the interesting thing about the character Constantine, when other people got hold of it, they started doing interesting things, and there's kind of been a Constantine. There's always been a Constantine throughout history. And Neil Gaiman did a bunch with Lady Joanna Constantine in the 19th century, kind of like a Clara Oswald, type character. That's probably the way they're going, or they're going to do a black Constantine. And again, why not just make a new character? Make a new character. You know why not make a new character? You've seen Lovecraft County, or rather you didn't, and you're not going to because it's cancelled. So he's going to play this in scientists from the early 20th century next season. As everybody who knows him, in the end, John Constantine will walk his path alone. The time has gone to John to part with the legends, and for me, part with John, said Ryan. I'm really excited to be creating this new role on the show and having some fun with it, discovering how this new character fits into the calls and causes some trouble for the legends. Matt Ryan first played Constantine in the NBC series that aired back in 2014, and he played the character since in season 3 of Legends of Tomorrow. He was totally in a cartoon version, was it? I think it was on HBO. I really don't remember, but I totally remember that. Not totally remember. If I totally remember, I'll actually have some details. Regarding J.J. Abrams' version, Deadline confirms that Matt Ryan as Constantine is now being phased out on Legends of Tomorrow due to a reboot from J.J. Abrams for the HBO Max series, as the new Constantine will likely be a character of color. Oh, so it's not going to be, like, again, why not just have the character be the character? And you know, it's so weird to me if you say that you have an absolute different experience growing up being a black person as opposed to being a white person, then white and black people are not interchangeable, right? And I'm not talking about like, I don't want to see any black people on TV. I don't even mind seeing black people on TV to a proportionally higher numbers than they are in real life. Whatever it is that makes you happy, right? Fine. But why? What's the point you're making? The point you're making is black people can be people too. And that's just a racist point because it's being made by a racist, J.J. Abrams. Additional details of the Abrams version offer the series will be a darker reinvention of Constantine and different from any previous project based on the character. The show is said to be less focused on religion, they don't like religion, and more focused on the horror elements from the Constantine comics. There's a ton of religion in that. There's a ton of like Catholic iconography going all the way through. It's further been claimed that JJ wants a BIPOC, a Black, Indigenous, and person of color in their late 20s to play the role of John Constantine for HBO Max, with a young Riz Ahmed type given as an example. Yeah, man, I'm really sad. I'm really sad because he was a great Constantine. He was really good in the role, and you know, it's been another thing being sacrificed on the altar of woke. I'm very happy he's got another got another job. Honestly, I wish that Audible or Big Finish or somebody would do a couple of John Constantine, like adult, make him scary, like audio adaptations. But of course they won't do that with Matt Ryan playing the role. But of course, of course they won't do that. And I tell you, the Constantine TV show they did wasn't very good. But like Matt Ryan and the lighting of it, they made it look like one of the great Glenn Fabry covers that ran in Hellblazer for a long time. They were there for a long time. It was I think Glenn Fabry was doing the covers when who was writing it? He went on to do Preacher. Not Warren Ellis. Was it Warren Ellis? I don't know. One of those. But anyway, a sad day for comics, as Constantine now has to be not Constantine anymore. I will miss him. I will miss him as a character. Thankfully, I've got all my my old trade paperbacks to delve through the character with. But yeah, what a shame. What a pity. Welcome to 2021, baby. Welcome to 2021.